guys, it's Erin. I'm in Nash Vegas right now. It's sunny, it's beautiful, and I thought now would be a good time to get you a van tour because you keep asking for it. But I'm telling you, there's nothing inside this thing yet. I have not built her out into my office van yet. But maybe you could offer me some suggestions and I can show you inside and what I want to do with this thing. So without further ado, let me introduce you to my beloved Beverly the van. Da, da, da. She's in a bit of a rough shape, but that's kind of cool because then I can do whatever I want to her without worrying about messing her up. It's kind of like that first car you get and you learn how to work on it and fix it, and if you screw it up, hey, who cares, because you learned something. Well, that's my van now, except I'm 37, not 16, but whatever. So this is a Ford Econoline E-350. It's extended. You can see at the end there's that extra little window. That was my giveaway when I'd be looking for extended vans. You can also see it's gigantic with a high top here. That's a fiberglass top. This used to be a wheelchair van, so there's still a bunch of components for that I need to gut before I get to getting the rest of it. So let's look inside. Right now, this is the only door that works with the key. So here's the inside part. Please pardon the mess. I don't have cabinets yet, so you get what you get. You'll see here are the rails where, I don't know what sort of wheelchair contraption holding stuff they had going on there, but that was from that. This interior padded paneling crap is garbage, and I intend to completely remove all of it. And I'm hoping that I'll get a little more headroom once I do, because if I push up on this, I get a little more. I don't have the dimensions offhand, but I'm gonna have room for probably a full-sized bed around here that's some sort of convertible thing, which I'm engineering right now in my head. So I would be sitting here. This would also be my seat for my desk area. On this side, I'm probably going to have the solar panels that I just bought, which will go on the roof. I have their cords run somewhere around here, and I have my solar generator battery crap around this area as well. Camping oven that I just bought. Some sort of sink type thing, but it's not going to be part of the van. It's just going to be where the space is, because it'll still be like camping style, removable. This isn't going to be a camper when I'm done with it in a month or so. So I might just do like partial renovation stuff now to get like quick fixes, and then maybe do something cooler later on and make it a real RV. But probably not going to be that right now. After I remove all this crap, I'm going to have to do something with these ducts that are in here, which is sending heat and AC back to the back of the van. I have no idea what it looks like up there. That's going to be fun. Underneath where the bed would be, I intend this to be a very long drawer to fit, you know, that would slide out this way, that can fit longer things, like, I don't know, a snowboard or a broomstick, or I have no idea, but I know that if I don't build space for something really long and big, then it's going to be a problem, because that's how life works, Murphy's Law. My intention would be, after ripping all this crap out, to also have cabinetry on this side and this side, as much as I can fit without being claustrophobic. I think we're going to have to make everything pretty much custom here, because an inch of space really makes a difference. So if you take something that's pre-made and it's not absolutely perfect, you're losing space. That sucks. First thing I'll have to do is rip everything out. I mean, even this stuff, that's got to go. I'm going to have to redo whatever ductwork is also here for this heating vent. And after I rip everything out, clean it, paint it with something like Rust-Oleum-like, and then insulating this thing wherever I can stick it now, and that includes the floor. So I'm going to have to do something about these ribs in the bed and get some insulation and subflooring down. I don't care about making it look pretty yet. I just, for right now, want to get at least some like plywood over top of insulation on the floor, and then I can start building other parts. My dream was to do an epoxy floor over top of that, and I realized that that could probably crack and could very soon look very bad. But I kind of don't care. I want to do it anyway. But again, that's like a cost that might be a later on cost, and maybe I'll just do something cheap for the pretty part of the flooring now. But like I said, even if I just put plywood down, I'd be happy with that for now, so I could get going. Because I mean, the reason I got this thing was that I could travel to keep visiting prospective clients and subcontractors, and I don't know why I'm so winded. This is exhausting. I'm so excited. I mean, the reason I got the van was so that I could keep traveling to meet prospective clients and current clients and subcontractors, because it was really, really important, key part of getting new business and getting contracts going and running smoothly. Like, the face-to-face stuff is super important, I found out. So even though my business is starting up, SpireStarter.com, and that's going really well, to keep it going along and get it all the way there, I still need to keep traveling for a little while longer. But to do it as much as I have been for the past 4 years, which is 100% of the time, that would be a bit much on the budget. Because I used to do house sitting to do that, so basically free accommodations everywhere I would go, or occasionally Airbnbs and hotels, and now I'm done with that. We need more time to work. So yeah, anyway, I just want to get some like quick solutions in place so that I can get to the whole reason I got the van a little bit sooner. What else? I'm also planning on either bolting to the floor over perhaps here on this side, a safe where the unicorn wrapping paper is. I want to bolt a safe here to the floor and probably have a lateral filing cabinet. These windows open. I wish the other ones did on any of the other windows, but they don't. And then also there's one over here. This door window also opens. But I think with the layout that I want, I'm not going to really be able to utilize either of those for venting of certain things. I also want all of these windows to have some sort of bars over them. So I want some sort of security metal sturdy bars in place, but I don't want it to look like a prison. So I was thinking about picking up some like Craigslisty or Facebook Marketplace, Let Go, offer up, either like ornamental garden divider things, trellises, or even room dividers that are metal. I don't know, something that looks pretty but can still see through the windows, because I have been driving to get this around, to get it registered, to go to appointments and things. I have done a good deal of driving, probably put 3,000 miles on it, needs first oil change already. And I can't tell you the number of times when I was driving, especially on the highway, and someone was just hiding in my blind spot when I was about to turn over into another lane. And the only thing that saved either of us was the fact that I could turn around and look out my back windows from the driver's seat and see, I could just barely see like someone's headlights glowing, you know, from above. And I realized that there was a car there. I couldn't see them. It's a blind spot. Can't see. you can't see them in the mirror. So I really don't want to close off these windows completely. I still want them all to be something that's visible from when I'm driving. That's super key. And then on top of that, I can put whatever sort of like reflectix to keep the sunlight out, and a blackout type material. Like, I'm an optical engineer, I can figure that out. Even in the meantime, you can just put aluminum foil and cardboard up, and that'll be really good for light proofing, is that a word? Like the curtain blind part, that can come later, but first I'm worried about security. Because this thing has been broken into. When I was first looking at this thing with my friend up in New York, we noticed, well, first of all, we noticed glass. Safety glass was on the inside, and then if you go on the outside, you can see that there are like crowbar marks on the metal around the window. Most of the locks don't work with the key that I have. Obviously, this girl has seen some things. She needs a rehabilitation, but also she's probably prone to this type of thing happening again. Especially with all my engineering stuff that I'm going to have in here, I don't want to make that any more inviting to break into. Not that that stuff is really valuable to anyone who would break into it. It would be more devastating to me. Why would you want that? Why would you want these little parts of things that aren't even a thing? I don't know. But someone would. Someone would steal it. So if you have any ideas for like the bars on the windows, if you have an old safe that you want to sell me that I can put in here, I'm looking for at least like 2 cubic feet interior space. I think that would be good. If we look on the front cabin, there's some cool stuff. Here's my makeshift trash can for right now. Okay, if we look at this sort of cabinet they have here, that's kind of cool. I wanted to do something with this space anyways, no matter which van I bought. But if you open it up, it comes with a little fire extinguisher already, which is pretty cool because if you know me, that might sadly come in handy. But it's only this big. Boom, right there. This space and this space over here is not being used. I don't know why, because again, I haven't ripped any of this apart yet. So I don't know if I should just keep that as is in the middle and then try to cut into this. Like, would that ruin the structural integrity of whatever the hell they built here? Probably. I don't know. Or do I want to cut into like one of the side parts here and or here so that when I'm in the cabin I can reach up and get things that are in here without having to go back around to open one of these doors? Maybe. The headliner is pretty rough shape here, so I would like to replace that too at some point, so I might just rip out the whole thing. I don't know. But again, that's not like a super important thing, so I'll probably put that off. Other than that, it's just like a basic cargo van type experience in the front. There are, a salesperson might call them corks. The radio, when I turn it on, you can't even see the display, but the radio does work. Only one of these, it's kind of hard to see because the lighting in here, but there are 2 cigarette lighters here. There's also another one on the side over here, but there's only one of them that works, and that's this one. So I use that to charge my phone with this cool little doohickey here. Picked that up from Target. The heating is pretty neat because it'll work in the front and the rear, because as we saw there's like ducting all the way back, so that should actually work. The AC and heat front works for sure right now. I've had to use both of those already. It's really loud still, so I might have to hit up my acoustical engineer friend, Jeremy Bemis, and see what he can do about this mess. At first I thought it was because if you look at this passenger side door, the rubber inserts all around the outside, that was totally gone, so I had to go to a junkyard to get replacements. That helped with the sound a little bit when I threw that in kind of haphazardly. But more recently I realized that this engine compartment here has latches. That's something a friend of mine let me know that I didn't notice, that 2 of the latches were like undone on this side and the other side. So there was no seal keeping the engine compartment noise sealed off from me when I'm driving. So just snapping up these latches, that made a big difference to the road noise. But it's still pretty bad. I'd like to fix that. The only other thing that's really important that I'm kind of struggling to figure out is another part of the security. So imagine I put bars all over the windows in the back here. I can't do that in the front, right? Because then I can't fucking see. I also want to get some sort of bars or change for these 2 doors and the 2 doors in the back as an additional security measure to make sure that they don't get opened. It's getting toasty in here. So I want to get some sort of bars or chains. I've seen a couple different ways of people doing it, which are ingenious. But I need to figure out a way to get the doors more securely fastened because I don't trust locks. After someone taught me how to pick a lock, that's just not even security at all. So, okay, imagine it. I have the bars on all the windows. I have a bar or chain or something securing, or several bars, securing the doors from the inside. I have to do this, right? And I would have to bar the back 2 doors too, or chain them or whatever. Okay, then the front cabin's going to be totally open. In San Francisco, there was an incident where I walked out of an apartment complex, walked past a security guard, walked halfway down a block, and by the time I got halfway down that block, a security guard was running out after me. And I'm like, what happened? He says, this car was just broken into. So in the 3 seconds between when I was like turning the corner, leaving the security station, and getting to that car, someone had broken the window, reached in, stolen some stuff, and completely ran away. That terrified me, as it should. So, okay, imagine it. You have like this whole back area as secure as you could hope to get in a van, right? But then your front area, that can really easily just be knocked out and broken into. And then there's nothing keeping those people from just walking back into the thing that you secured. So what I need is some way to chain with an accordion gate or some sort of gate that will open up in panels, hinged panels perhaps, up here that I can swing down and then but I need this whole area to be pretty much chained off with metal of some sort. And that's something I'm struggling with trying to figure out how to do. And I had a lot of other ideas that I wanted to do with lighting and stuff because I'm an optical engineer and I just can't help it. But I might have to wait on that. Because right now I just need to make sure that I can stop this noise from happening. I'll be driving and things just fall from the ceiling because it's literally falling apart. For the most part, this van is pretty sturdy, but yeah, this interior has definitely taken a beating. What's in here? Oh, you guys, there's so much room! Oh, this is gonna be exciting. So, yeah, let me know if you have any ideas for me. Happy to hear them. All the stuff is probably going to have to be custom. I also want to like reuse old stuff that I find in garage sale, Salvation Army type, Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist type of junk. So I think that'll be my most economic way of doing this. Let me know. Hope you like the tour. I'll probably be putting up more photos of when I'm like really ripping this thing apart and actually building it as I go along. Bye bye for now.